News Channel 5, number 1 at 10.
Tonight, high gas prices put a squeeze on holiday travel and force tourist attractions into overdrive to keep the visitors coming. I'm Russ Mitchell. Also tonight, the weekend barbecue at John McCain's ranch. Is his vice presidential pick among the guests? Activists with a menu suggestion for cost-conscious times. Eat local. And how did these musicians get to Carnegie Hall? By way of Mars.
This is the CBS Evening News with Russ Mitchell.
And good evening. On this holiday weekend, an estimated 32 million Americans are hitting the road by car. And tonight there is more bad news at the pump. The American Automobile Association says the average price of a gallon of regular gasoline is now $3.93. That's up 35 cents from just a month ago and 71 cents from last Memorial Day. The rising gas prices continue to have a ripple effect on the ground and beyond. Thalia Ashuris has more.
This holiday weekend, there is no holiday from high prices. Airfares are up.
We had to take the red-eye to save some money.
Forcing Oregon students visiting the nation's capital to change flight plans. How much do you think you saved?
It was $170 a ticket.
High food prices, partly caused by shipping costs, are slimming down barbecue menus.
You'll be surprised if you go to a barbecue and get chips and dip and a beer and be happy.
And the high prices at the pump are shortening road trips. But a coalition of auto parts suppliers says driving can actually save money. The Car Care Council found that a family of 4 traveling 1,000 miles would save almost $1,000 driving versus flying, even if gas were $5 a gallon. Plus,
you avoid all the hassles of the airlines and the airports and delays.
Still, even that may not be enough to get people on the road this summer.
If you want to go on vacation, you can't really do it this year. You know, you're stuck at home, held hostage because of gas prices.
People stuck at home is exactly what worries James Reese of Mount Vernon. George Washington's home and a major tourist attraction. In this tough economy, even it is struggling to come up with new ways to draw crowds.
We've got all these remarkable new facilities that just turn people on to Washington, and we can't do that unless they come here.
But you're kind of going Hollywood too, aren't you?
What's wrong with going Hollywood? Hollywood is all American too.
There's 1, 2 in here.
Ever since part of the movie National Treasure 2 was filmed here, visitors tour a different kind of history in the first president's basement.
Nicolas Cage does get the president aside.
And since this is an election year, you could enjoy thinking about which presidential candidate you'd want along on a road trip. In a recent poll, 61% chose a Democrat, 33% selecting Barack Obama, 28% Hillary Clinton, 24% chose Republican John McCain.
Of course, those numbers are likely to change since the primaries aren't over yet, and you can bet that the numbers at the pump will change too. Russ?
Thalia Ashuris in Washington, thank you so much. In Campaign 08, former President Jimmy Carter weighed in today on the question of Hillary Clinton's future. Speaking to Britain's Sky News, Mr. Carter suggested that time is running out on her bid for the White House.
I think a lot of the superdelegates will make a decision announced quite rapidly after the final primary on June the 3rd. And I have not yet announced publicly. But I think at that point, it'll be time for her to give it up.
The Clinton camp had no immediate response to Mr. Carter's remarks. On the Republican side, it was party time today at John McCain's house. The gathering at his house had an exclusive guest list, and there's word that one of the activities may have included a job interview. Priya David has more.
John McCain opened up his Arizona home to Republican VIPs, igniting speculation about who he'll choose as VP, even while those close to him downplayed the gathering.
This was purely social. If you know anything about John McCain, he is like a kid at Christmas when it comes to showing off his